Yes, in this video we will read the exercise 1.4, that is principles of communication. What are the principles? What is a rule of communication? What should be necessary for effective communication? Session 1, principles of effective communication. Today we are in a knowledge based economy, which is also referred to as the fourth economy. The nature of the world is in which we live. One that is weird means there are the different the different nature of the word, that it can be weird, connected, mobile, fast paced meaning is speedy, has changed in some not so subtle ways in recent years, but in nowadays, rather than these four types of nature, there is other different kinds of word. Many studies and surveys conducted in various areas indicate that effective communication is very important for individual as well as organizational success. Means not only for the individual person to get success, but for the organization, to make organization successful, there should be a effective communication. By its very nature, it forms the basis of for establishing, and it helps in this communication. Effective communication helps in establishing cooperative and sportive relationship between machine operators, floor managers, supervisors, shop floor workers, co-workers, clients, vendors, suppliers, almost all stakeholders. Means whoever person is attached with the organization, either it is a machine operator, floor manager, supervisor, co-workers are there, clients are there, suppliers are there, stakeholders are there, they all have this effective communication create a relationship between these all persons, reducing friction and minimizing work relation conflicts, and it reduce the arising of the problem during the work. People who are good communicators are more successful in advancing their career. Means they can make their career easily if all other factors remain equal. Think about the people who have inspired you in some way or the other in your personal or professional life. They may be your parents, teachers, close relative, friends, or political leader. In addition of having other qualities, the people are probably very good communicator. Means whoever is your role model, they are the good communicators also. When they speak to a group, send letter, talk face to face, messages are thought out, focused and purposeful. Means they are speaking only the purposeful words, or they are full focus towards their communication. They use every communication opportunity to engage people, share information or advance their agenda, and to make their popularity, to increase their business. They are always finding any kind of communication opportunity with so that they can attract more and more people. Next is session 2. 7 C's of effective communication. Means there are the different C's which should be kept in mind for effective communication. These are: we communicate all day long at home, at work, with our next door neighbors and all the sport clubs. We communicate verbally, non-verbally and in written form. Whether we communicate in written or oral, audio or visual together, it is important that we follow the 7 C's of effective communication, which are the 7 basic principles for communication. These 7 C's of effective communication provide a useful checklist as given below. Which 7 C's are used for effective communication? These are given below. First is clear information. Choosing appropriate words and phrases to convey ideas in the form of message is very important. Means we should use appropriate words or phrases for the message to convey our message. For this you need yourself to be fully clear, but before giving the message, before using the words or phrases, you should have clear ideas at what you wanted to convey the message, what you wanted to tell, what the objective of your message is, whom you are going to share it with. Some of the ways of ensuring clarity of expressions could be some ways which could be used for clear information. These are: choosing short familiar words. Words should be short and familiar, known to others so that they can understand it easily. Constructing effective sentences, paragraphs If you are using creating the sentences or paragraph, then it should be impressive so that they can understand it all easily. Achieving appropriate readability by adopting receiver centric approach means that it should be understandable for the receiver, and including appropriate examples and illustration for your message. And if you want to give your example, then it should be appropriate. Second is complete information should be complete. It should be completeness of information is very important, as it brings the desired result without additional message. Build goodwill. It will create goodwill in others' mind, heart, averts lawsuits, and answers all questions, that is who, what, when, where, why. And these questions, the information or the message which is giving the answer of these questions is a complete information. Offering complete and relevant information make a complete communication effective, and it rules out the need of another cycle of communication to clarify issues. Next is concise message. Concise meaning is short and clear. The message should be short and clear or understandable, we can say. In this fast-paced meaning is in this speedy world, as no one has more time, every person lacks time. Hence, it is necessary to keep the message crisp and concise. Crisp meaning is clear and short. It adds not only to the efficiency of the message but also saves the receiver's time, because it would receive the time of the receiver and it would make the message efficient. Lengthy messages are not only boring but also distracting to the receiver, because receiver would lack the interest in those messages. What should we keep in mind while making the concise message? That is cutting out wordy phrases or sentences, including only relevant information. Important information should be there. Don't use a pronoun like it is, this is, there is, etc. or avoid using the passive verbs or passive voice. Concrete and coherent presentation. Concrete and coherent message facilitate easy understanding and produce the desired result. Hence, a sender should be careful of not jumbling too many ideas. Means it should be clear. Only the single idea should be presented in a single information. Into an incoherent presentation, as it may lead to nothing but confuse. Because if we will use too many ideas in single communication, then it would confuse the thinking and it would branch off from the mainstream. Means it would distract the receiver from the main point what we want to convey. This can be ensured by being detailed instead of vague, using specific facts and figure, using the active and passive voice judiciously, using action verbs instead of smoother expressions, using concrete nouns instead of abstract noun. Means we should use simple language, simple grammar should be used, so that it should not create confusion in the mind of receiver. Next is correctness of facts, and whatever the information is, it should be correct. Nothing could be more dangerous than an incorrect message. Make sure whatever you communicate is correct to the best to your knowledge. Means whatever you know, you should have the best knowledge about that information. This can be ensured by using the right level of language, like formal or informal language, acceptable or substandard, presenting accurate facts, words and figures after extensive proofreading. Following acceptable writing mechanics. Means they should follow the writing mechanism. No spelling error should be there, or no any omission, no any word should be left in between. Choosing of non-discriminatory expression like treating man and woman equally, that word should be used which could treat man and woman equally. Next is consideration of message and the receiver. What is mean? For the communication success, it is important that you prepare the message with your receivers in mind. Means while preparing a message, what you want to convey, you should keep the receiver, what kind of a receiver is going to receive this message. Means whether he could understand this language, whether he knew the meaning of this thing or that thing. Unless the receiver of your message has made a mistake or has a different opinion, emphasizing the receiver's takeaway or the benefits. Means you should keep in mind the benefit of the receiver from this communication. Showing interest in the receiver, what the receiver want, or emphasizing positive. You should have a positive effect on the receiver. Pleasant fact should be included. Ensuring honesty and integrity in your message. Integrity meaning is togetherness. Next is courtesy toward receiver. What is the meaning of this? The absence of maturity of the thought in communication may result in disbelief. Means if there is no mutual understanding between receiver and the sender, then it can cause disbelief or distrust between both of them. And if there will be disbelief between sender and the receiver, then it can lead to the complete failure of communication. Some steps towards showing courtesy to the receivers are: be sincere towards receiver, thoughtful, appreciative, omitting rude expressions means don't be rude with each other, minimizing slang and jargons means don't speak false words to others, granting and apologizing good naturally, giving feedback promptly and means side by side give feedback whatever the sender is sending, and above all giving the receiver due respect so that he believes in what you say, and respect receiver so that he believes you properly. Next is self-assessment. MCQ first, constructing effective sentences and paragraphs, keeping unity, coherence and the emphasis of the message in mind helps in clarity of message, compactness of message or courtesy of message. Answer is compactness of message. Second is which of the following C's is not one of the 7 C's? Completeness, clarity or cooperation. Answer is cooperation. Question answer. First, what do you mean by 7 C's of effective communication? It is summary second point, this one, that these are known as 7 principles of communication, and what 7 C's are coming, we have to write those. Second is how can you keep your message concise. Concise meaning is how you can make your message short. It is a third points of the third point, that is concise message, and these points are coming under discussion.